This is the node you should be running in 2024. I'm sure you must be wondering what a node is, or probably, yeah, you know what a node is, but you don't know how to set it up. Well, in this video, I'll be showing you how to set up a node. I'll be telling you what a node is, and I'll be guiding you. So let's start with what a node is. Let me give you a basic example of what node does. You know, when you go to banks, those set of people that sit at the counter and collect your check or probably your teller and count your money if you are depositing, or probably give you money when you want to withdraw. You give them your slip, they give you money. So basically what a node does is that a node is like your cashier or a cashier in bank that checks your tickets and verify that what you want to do is withdrawal or transfer, and probably give you the money if you are placing a withdrawal, or just finish the transaction and pass it. Probably you are depositing into your account or something. So that's what a node does basically. It validates transactions in the blockchain. And let me give you like a basic example of the node in action. When you try to make any transaction, probably you want to send USDT to another USDT account, or you want to send Solana to another Solana account. When you want to make this transaction, at the bottom, you would see something like 20 verifications or 20 confirmations. I mean, you might be seeing 20 confirmations, 30 confirmations, 10 confirmations, most especially when you want to, because majorly the highest transaction made is using USDT. So you would always see that probably you are making BEP20, or you are making use of Tatcoin. When you want to make this transaction, you would always see something like 10 confirmation and so on. Now, those 10 confirmation are 10 nodes. 10 nodes that would verify if your money is real or fake, or 10 nodes that would verify that this money you are sending is this also amount of money, and it should provide this also amount of money in your wallet. So that's basically what a node does. So I believe you now understand what a node is. Next, you must be wondering why you should run a node. Well, let me also give you an example of that. Those that ran tier node earned about $10,000 running that node. And those that ran the latest or the previous node that just recently got a lot of people becoming millionaires and so on, made a lot of people about 10,000, 20,000, and $22,000 for running the node for about 6 months or a year. I think so. I don't really know the specific duration of time that some of them that made the highest amount was running the node, but I know that some of them made about $1,000 to $22,000 running this node, and that's huge. And one of the people that ran the node and made about $20,000 told me he spent about $250 to run this node. And if you weigh the profit to the capital or what he spent, it's quite a lot of money to be made. So that is why I decide that, okay, majority of you don't know how to run node. You don't basically know what the node is. You've been doing airdrop and so on, and you've been making tokens. So why not run a node, and let me show you how you can set up the node and run it yourself. So in this video, I'll be showing you step by step on how to set up a particular node. Fine, yes, all nodes are not run the same way. Like if I show you this particular step for this node, it's not going to be the same way the next node I'll be showing you is going to be. But some of those nodes still run almost the same way. Like the setup is almost the same thing. So without wasting much of your time, let's start the video and we start learning. So basically, the node I'll be talking about in this video is Tanssi Network node. So Tanssi Network node is what we'll be setting up in this video. Now, to set that up, you can go to their website. I'll be dropping the link in the description. So you can go to their website. One of the first things I would advise you to do, even before setting up the node, probably to make more findings and to know if a particular node is incentive or not. Because another thing you should know is that it is not all nodes that those company or the project owner pay those that run it. So some nodes, probably it might just be a test run, while some they pay. Probably they are just recently launching and they need people to run the node for them, so they can test. Another thing you need to know is that it's not all nodes that are incentive. Some nodes are just for test run, while some pay people that run the node. And the best way to earn from these nodes is to start and get in early as possible, because majority of those companies that need people to help them run nodes don't usually need more than 60 people to 80 people, or sometimes even 100 people. While some, like Sheldon, needs like a lot of people. And I actually like the way they ran their node, or they did their node. Well, that will be in another video. And if you want me to make a video about Shadow or any other node, just buzz me up, let me know, and I will get that done for you guys. So this particular node is incentive, and the reason I'm telling you to do this first thing by joining their Telegram or Discord or following them on Twitter is because you want to know if the project is incentive or not. And another thing is that if you get in, some nodes company will not tell you that this node is going to be incentive. They might even tell you that this node is not incentive, while it is going to later, they might later consider it being incentive in future. So one of the first things you should do is to join the community. So once you click on join our developer community, you would get this screen right here. Let me zoom in for you guys. You get this screen right here, then you click on invite and you will join the Discord channel. So let me click on that so you would see where it will take me. Okay, so let me do that manually. Let me go to my Discord. Let me go to my Discord. Sometimes I get this error and I can't remember how I actually solved it though, but I actually solved it and I joined the Discord. So this is it. This is my Discord opening. Probably I should open this on a full screen so you would see what is actually going on. So it's presently opening. Now, this is the Discord channel. And one of the first things that I'll advise you do is to verify that you're a member of their Discord channel. If there's any role, you can take part in those roles and get a lot of things. Go to their announcements, read through, because it is always important to know what this project is all about, or what the project is all about. So once you've done that, then you can go on and decide if you want to set up the node or you don't want to set up the node. Now, the next step for you to do to set up this node is to go to their website, like I said, and right at the top here, you would see node operators. Click on that. Once that load up, you would see block producer. That means you want to be producing blocks. I'm very sure you might be thinking it's something like bricklayer or something. No, but this is okay. Let me just say it is like online bricklayer job. Okay, so you click on using system. Then right here, you will see all the instruction on how you can set up the node. You would see, okay, this is how to set up the app chain node, and this is how to set up the block producer node. So you use system. So the one you should, or I would advise you to set up, and you can probably decide not to do that and run both nodes, but this is the one that I would advise you go for if you want to run node for this particular project. So the next step for us to do, we've seen the documents, we've seen everything, the whole step we need to go through to get this node set up. Now, the next step is to go to putty.org. This is an application that is going to help you log into a server. Now, I'm sure you must also be wondering what a server is or something like that. So if you want to get a server is like a system that runs online. and you can just input anything. You can even run your normal system on that server. You can run your normal system on the server, but you have to pay monthly to run that system on that server, which means your system would never be going off. You would not be experiencing lagging or something like that. If you get a bigger server, you can use your system to do literally anything. So where you're going to get this server is by going to contabo.com. If you go to contabo.com, at the top here, you would see Cloud VPS. Then you can click on it, but I will also be dropping a link to this particular page in the description. So for this particular node, for each node, let me put it this way, for each node, there is a particular amount of CPU core that would be needed. There's a particular amount of CPU core that will be needed. The numbers of RAM or the amount of RAM that is needed to run that particular node. Just like if you are downloading Photoshop or so, there's always like a guideline that okay, your system must be having these also numbers of RAM and be doing these also numbers of things, or have these also numbers of SSD space on your system. So that is literally the same way nodes also operate. So you need to have a particular numbers of CPU core, RAM, and SSD. So for this particular node, it's not needing so much like that. That is why I'm even making a video about it, because it doesn't require something that is cumbersome. So you can get this particular one. So to get this particular VPS to run your node, just click on select. Then right here you would see the whole configuration. This is where you're going to configure it, and you can select the your term length. So this is how long you want to be making use of the server. And right at the right hand side, I know it's looking as if I'm saying right. Okay, so at this right hand side, you would see your monthly fee. You would see your one-time setup fee. While if I'm choosing just a month, you would see the setup fee went up, and if you choose like 6 months, you would see. If you choose 3 months, you would see the price is changing. So this price is actually a one-time payment, and after that one time, so far you keep using that particular IP or that particular server, you won't be needing much, or you won't be going through much stress. So that is that about that. So just leave every other thing the way it is. And right here, you would need to make a change here. Initially, when you scroll down to this part, you would be seeing this image, and you can just click on Ubuntu. Click on Ubuntu, and right here, you need to change to Ubuntu 22.04. So that is like the latest version. For each node, some node might even be needing the 20.04 version, not the latest version. So just make sure you go through the document of the node, and as time goes on, I'll be dropping more videos about different nodes, which I'll also be putting you through the step by step and everything needed. Now you can scroll down, and there's a particular place right here where you're going to input your password, a password. So I think it's because I've loaded this page before. So if I click on next, that password is always very needful. You definitely need the password. Don't let me use that kind of word. You would definitely be needing the password. So there's a password that I think it's because I'm logged in already. So there's a particular space where you would be asked to input your password. So once you click on next, then you can log in, decide to log in or create an account. So that is basically it. And after you're done with that, you would be given this something like this screen here. Let me zoom this very well. You'll be given something like this screen here. So all you just need to do is to log in your account and go to your services. Log in your account and go to your services. Also, your VPS IP would be sent to your email address. So you can use that, or probably just come to your services and you would see your VPS address, or you would see it right here, VPN IP address. You see it just right below your VPS, the amount of VPS that you bought, if it's VPS 1 or 2 or 3. Or probably you come to billing here, you would also see it here. You can also see it here at your billing. then you would see your IP right under service. So the next thing for us to do right now is to copy that IP. So you copy that IP. Remember, I told you to download PuTTY. If you've already downloaded PuTTY, in the first place, like when I said you should download it, then you can just open PuTTY up. And if you haven't, just download it and open PuTTY. So I'll be opening my PuTTY right now. So what I'll be doing next is to copy my IP address. So you can copy the IP address, but I have all the details of my IP address already saved in my notes, because I have quite a lot of IP addresses that I'm running, or nodes that I'm running on different IP addresses. So let me just, I've already copied this one here. So let me open the PuTTY right here and input my IP address. So I'll paste my IP address here. I'll click on open. Then it will ask you these security questions. All you just need to do is to click on accept. Now your login details is mainly root. So far you are opening the server for the first time, your username is going to be root, and you can decide to change that username anytime. So click on enter, then you copy your password. Remember the space, the password you input when, not the password you input when you were registering your account, but the password you input before you got the server. So you copy your password, or just type out your password and paste it here. It's always better that way. Then click on enter. So here you can see I'm logged in already. So let me zoom this. Let me share the screen, so it will both be on a bigger and larger screen for you guys to see what I'm doing. Now, all we need to do here is to start installing the node. Now, it is always advisable to read through the document so that you would understand what step they want you to take. And right here, you would see that they have a note here, and it states that for better performance, it is recommended that you run the optimized binary versions for either Intel's Skylake or MAD's Z3 architectures. So what this basically means is that don't run this generic, go for this or go for this. So I'll be running this Intel Skylake. So I'll copy this. All you just need to do right here from here is to copy and paste, basically. So you copy this, come here. Once you copy, the way to post on PuTTY is to right click on your mouse. So you right click, then you click on enter. It loads up all what is on this screen. Let me probably reduce or increase this so that you would see it probably. You'd see it perfectly and all. So that has loaded up. Let's scroll down now. Now the next step is for us to create um, an account. We'll be creating an account to run the service. Now you just copy this. You don't need to do much. Paste, click on enter. You've already created an account. So it's asking you to create you need to create a directory here, and that is what is asking you, not creating home directly. So you haven't created a home directory. So just copy this, paste it here as well. So what this means is make directory. So then it's making this directory is like a folder that needs to be made. So just click on enter. You don't need to disturb yourself too much. Just copy and paste, enter. The next step is to move those files here. Then you scroll down again. At this point, there's a particular step. In this particular step, what you need to do here is to change this touch to nano. So what you do right here is to copy this, and I won't advise you to paste it here as you copied it, because you need to make a change. So you go to your notes, then you can, at this part, you can paste what you are asked to do here, paste it there, then change that touch, change it to nano. So once you change it to nano, copy it, then you can now paste it in your PuTTY. Copy it, go to your PuTTY, right click, paste it to open this particular screen. Now the next stage is for us to create a configuration. So we need to create a configuration here, and to create that configuration, we need to change some few things, which is going to be replacing the insert your tasa your Tanssi, sorry, your Tanssi node name. So you want to change this part and input to replace it with an human name or something. So that's what, and this particular part inserts your relay node name. So you want to change those two parts, but it's actually three parts. This part as well, insert your block producer node name. So what I'll be advising you do is to copy this as well. And as you can see right here, I've pasted it here already and I've made those changes. You can see this is it. I changed the name to Lanre and Light. Then the second part, which is insert your block producer node name. I've also changed that to Lanre and Light. This is it. This is the part. I've changed it to Lanre and Light. And the last part, which is insert your node name, your relay node name. I've also changed that to Lanre and Light. The reason I'm making use of the same name is because I don't want to keep cracking my brain that what did I use for the node, what did I use for the relay, what did I use for the block. So it's always better to just keep one name instead of changing it. So what I'll be doing now is to copy what I have pasted here and the edit that I've made. You copy everything right to this spot. Then you copy it, Control C, you come down here. All you just need to do is to right click and everything is there. Now to save this configuration, you need to click on Control X. Once you click on Control X, it will ask you save modification buffer. Then you click on Y, then enter. So that is how to go about that part. Now we are done setting up our configuration. Then we can now scroll down to this part and run the service. So we are done setting up the old node. What we need to do now is to run the node. So you just copy this as well, paste it here, click on enter. Now follow the next step, which is to start to check the status of the service, because the service is now running with the service is running, but we want to confirm if the service is running. So you copy that and you paste it here, click on enter, and as you can see right here, you can see our node is now active and running. So we have successfully set up our first node. And to check your log, you can just copy the last prompt or command here. Then you can first use Control C to exit that spot, then right click again, and right here we can see our log. So immediately you're done checking your log, all you need to do next is, you might be seeing some error here, but don't worry about that. It is just your node synchronizing. So press Ctrl C to stop the log from loading. Then you need to fill a particular form to see your let the platform know that you are one of those running nodes. Now I'll be dropping the link to that form in the description as well. Or once you check my Telegram channel, you will see the link to that form. So this is the form. You have to fill this form. Let me zoom it. So this is the form you have to fill. You have to fill this form. So once you fill this form and you get to this particular, okay, let me fill the form so you guys would see how it looks like. Okay, so project name, Larry and Light. Let me copy that because I'll be needing it. Discord username, the same thing. My Telegram username, the same thing. And you click on next. So at this point, you can just use your normal email. So you click on next. Now, right here, you'll be asked some questions. So just input this almost same prompt that I'm inputting right now. Why do you want to be a block producer for Tanssi? So you can just say something like anything. For me, I'll be using um, I like probably I like being a part of the of new or probably of new um crypto crypto projects. Okay, so That is that. So you'll be asked your experience. What's your experience? And you can just say 1 year plus, depending on what experience you are having. Yeah. So at this point, you are asked to provide your Tasan your public blog producer address. So you'll be asked to input this code somewhere. So what I would just advise is that you join my Telegram group, so that my Telegram channel, so that I can show you or put you through, or you see the steps there. So all you just need to do is to copy this particular command, copy it, then you just paste it here. So you just paste it here, and right now it has generated your um, phrase and your ID, your public key, and everything. So you've seen everything here. Now, once you're done generating that, you need to copy it. Make sure you copy it to this top part. Copy everything and paste it somewhere. Don't lose it. So now we'll be needing our public key. So this is our public key right here. Copy that. Then I'll paste it right here. That is the public key. So your dance elementary name. So you remember I've been making use of Larry and Light for almost every name part. So don't make a mistake of using different names, and then you end up not knowing which one to input, where you need to input it. So it's better to just use the same name for everything. So which country are we running our node from? So remember when you were registering on Contabo, at this point you were asked which region do you want to, or will you like to choose. So let me go back and show you that part. This point you were asked which region, and you can see the region is Germany. So that's what you would be inputting here, not Nigeria. You'll be inputting Germany here. So let's go to Germany. So that's where you are running your node from. Now, one of the last thing you'll be doing is to copy your CPU information. So just copy your CPU information, copy this ls CPU. So you paste it here, ls CPU. Let me first copy this and save it somewhere. Let me copy this and save it somewhere before I lost it. Now, copy this ls CPU, then we paste it here. You can just type it ls CPU, CPU. Okay. So now what you are asked to do is to paste the outputs here. So you copy everything as well. You copy, you go up till this part, or probably just copy it to this part. Then you click, you make use of Control C to copy, then you paste right here. Paste it there, and that is it. Then you click on submit. Now, once you are done clicking on submit, you can go to the Discord channel and tell them that you have submitted the form. So that is that about that. Also, I will be dropping videos on how to set up nodes, other nodes. I'll be dropping videos on how to get airdrops, because there are so many airdrops available right now and you need to participate and make money. And airdrop is like free money. Like, it's not like node that you have to like spend money to actually make the money. For airdrop, there are airdrops that are free, while there are some airdrops that you definitely need to do some one or two things. But I'll be showing you how to set up airdrops, how to farm airdrops. That is the word to use when it comes to crypto. They say you farm the airdrop. So I'll be putting you through how to do that. So stay tuned, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you find this content useful, and if this is the type of content you enjoy watching. So like I used to say, see you when I see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, like this video, and share this video with a friend or with someone that this video is going to profit.